Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we've been decoding REM Losing My Religion. Set enough changed to set it up twice. So in order, then we'll get right into it. Try to make this short. In order to get what actually changed, you got to figure out what didn't first. So since this S in set enough is still over here in set it up, we can cross that off because that didn't really change. The S didn't go anywhere. This I here in set enough is over here in set it up. So we can actually eliminate that I. The E in set enough is still over here in set it up. So we can eliminate this E. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't change. And this U in set enough is still over here in set it up. So we can eliminate that. And what you're left with is ADNOGHTTP twice. So you bring ADNOGHTTP down twice. And then we used this here chart. And again, the computer would probably use all of the number conversions it could use and make a whole bunch more calculations than we're making. But that's okay. We've been using this chart from the beginning. And as you can see, A is 1. D is 4. N is 5. O is 6. G is 7. H is 8. T is 2. T is 2. And P is 7. Which happened twice, so your numbers become 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 7, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 7. And once you hit this overlap, going forward, you can start coming back. And once you hit the overlap again, coming back, you're done. Now, we could scramble these in multiple ways, but we're not going to do that. That would take way too much time. So we're going to get right into this. 145, then your first three numbers ends up being 145th Medical Battalion, U.S. Army. And there ain't much to say about it. Let's see, if you click there, it tells you it tells you not much. Currentops.com, 145th Medical Battalion. And it's the Army. So 145 is also WAC 296-840-145 medical surveillance. And I know that I don't like the sound of that, but that's what it is. And I am supposed to go back to the list. There's that medical surveillance again. You also have EC 145C-2 Beacon Medical Transport. You also have MOA 145 Medical Reimbursement. You have Snyder versus Medical Service Corp. There's your number right here, 145. Independent medical examination of claimant. There's your 145. So you got a few things they could look at. SP 145 Medical Services and First Aid, and that's on Amazon.com. So a few things going on there with 145. If you move on from that, we'll take a block of 4. And I've been rusty at this. Some of these numbers I've been taking in blocks of 4. You have 1456. And 1456 is insurance code, chapter 1456. Right here. Section 1456.001. So they could calculate anything in this document. I don't think we need to go into it. But there was a few more things out here going on. You have 32-1456 medical assistance, use of title, violation, and classification. So you got that. There's that. I think that's what medicals. That's the first thing or the second thing we saw there. That Arizona law must have been an Arizona law. Still that same thing. How about healthcare 1456? Right here. Whoop. Shelf bin improve organization. You also have Miltex 18-1456, McKesson Medical Surgical. We've got those guys in several of our decodes. Stainless steel, non-sterile finger ring, handle, curved blade, blunt tip. So these are some scissors, medical. They deal with medical supplies, I'm pretty sure, but there they are again. So delirium in hospitalized older adults. And there is 1456 right here. So just a few things you could look up there, or they could calculate there, but we're going to move on to 678, and that's ICD-9-CM code 678. And I think it's up here, right here. I don't know that there's a whole lot to say about it, but right here, some sort of a medical code and equivalent of 678. So there's actually more they could look at. As of October 2015, ICD-9 codes are no longer used for medical coding. Instead, use this equivalent ICD-10 code, which is an exact match to ICD-9 code 678. So they could look that up or calculate off of that. You also have Good Samaritan Health Center as part of a phone number here. Canton Family Health Center in Georgia, part of a telephone number here. Maxa Internal Medicine, Duluth, Georgia, part of a phone number. So you got a few things going on here. Alpha Family Medicine Incorporated, part of it's in Georgia again, part of a phone number. So a few things, there's quite a few things they could calculate off of there, but we're going to move on to 6782. That ends up being Desert Regional Medical Center non-discrimination notice. But they could literally calculate anything at Desert Region Medical Center. There's a whole document here. So, about these guys. And I'm not going to get into it. Quite frankly, I don't think we need to. We'll probably get into more of the chemical stuff and the atomic numbers, but I'm just going to show you. Here's Atlantic Healthcare Products and Medical Supply. It's part of an address. Comparison of bone turnover markers between young adults, it looks like. And of course, there's the number here. Technomelt PA adhesive. So that obviously is some sort of a medical technology. There's your number. Pedro Lemons, there's your number, 6782 right here. Whoop, right there. Professor at Sao Paulo University Medical School. So PAC 6782. See, there's just a few things there, but we're going to move on, try to get through this. You also have, if you move on from that, you get 2271. And 2271 is for PHS 2271. Information and instructions for completing statement of appointment form PHS 2271. So I don't know how important that is, but it's definitely there. But I was supposed to go back to the list anyway. Statement of training appointment, Dignity Health urgent care locations, 2271 South Depot Street, part of an address in Santa Maria. Med Plus Central Coast. Yeah, that's the same thing. How about Legacy Medical Group? Kaiser. Legacy Health Group, part of a phone number, 2271. Yeah, you've also got Mountaineer Family Health Center, and it's part of a phone number here, right here, 2271. Regional Medical Imaging. Not seeing my number. We're going to ignore that. But as you can see, there's a few things here. Here's another phone number. Sibley Medical Center, Arlington, Gaylord, Winthrop. And it's part of a phone number. So there's a few things, but we're going to move on. And that actually gets you through going forward. So now we're going to come back, and you start with 7228. And 7228 is 728th Medical Support Unit. And this is the Army Reserves, if I'm not mistaken. Army Reserve Medical Command. So we had 145th Medical Battalion, U.S. Army. Now we have 7228th Medical Support Unit. They're stationed in Columbia, Missouri. And is it telling me, did I tell myself to go back to the list this time? I don't think we need to. I think that's the most important thing because we got one of those before. So we're going to move on to 816, and that ends up being code 876, excuse me, and that ends up being code 876, and it deals with mental illness. So OR procedures with principal diagnosis of mental illness, DRG code 876. So that deals with mental illness. If you move on from that, you have 8765. That ends up being Sharp Laboratory Services, and it's part of an address right here. So there's a laboratory services, medical services, Peace Health. It's part of a phone number. Family Medical Center of Michigan, part of an address there. Looks like. And the rest of this looks like it. Thyroid. Let's see. Do I see my number? I don't see my number there, so we're just going to ignore that. But you do have several things medical there that they could calculate off of, and who knows why. If you move on from that, you have 8765. Oh, excuse me, 5417. 5417. We're in the overlap now. That ends up being HB 5417, medical aid in dying. So this, they're talking about dying painlessly and with dignity when their medical condition makes life a daily torturous experience. So they're all going Dr. Kevorkian here. Apparently, there's been a bill introduced to legalize this, and that gets you through going forwards and backwards in the medical category. So there's a few things there, and who knows why they're there. I mean, why they would want to calculate some of that, but it's definitely there. So, argue why. You can't argue that it's there. I don't know why some of that they'd want to calculate. The military stuff might be self-explanatory. The rest of it, not so sure. But we're going to let this video go at that. And the next thing we'll do is chemical. Then we'll do atomic numbers. And then we'll do laboratories, research groups, technology. And we'll try random hits again. And I think that's it. And then I haven't seen anything that changed my mind yet. We'll try to run the gematria of North Dakota and see if it links up to the rest of our 11 or so changes that we've linked together in this manner. And then for the final hurrah, we'll convert this into simple binary and run it again and see what's there and what isn't there. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. For now, thanks for all your. Then we'll try to get back to South America, 1,500-mile move. And we've gotten quite a ways in that. And I'm going to have to refresh on exactly what order how we did that. But we'll get there. So for now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.